Welcome to the Tony Gaskin Show, best-selling author, celebrity life coach, and international speaker. The purpose of this show is to bring you motivation, inspiration, and education in the areas of life, love, and business. Thank you for joining me. Now let's get started. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Talks with Tony. Going back to the inbox, remember, if you have a question for me, send it to inbox@tonygaskins.com. Inbox@tonygaskins.com. Got a message today and it says, so my husband and I have been together for 12 years and married for 3. We have a child on the way and a beautiful 9-year-old. My husband is constantly going out to clubs, lounges, and strip bars, despite me expressing how I feel about it. When I calmly tell him how I feel, he does one of two things. Either totally disregards it and says he is not cheating, he is simply having fun, and he is not going to spend his life sitting home miserable. Or when I threaten to leave, he will say he is going to do better and change for a few months, then goes right back to his old behavior. Is there any way of getting through to him, or should I leave him because he will never change? Hey, great question. Great question. A lot of people struggling. I wanted to answer this when I saw it and wanted to answer it because it's a lot of people who are in a relationship and you're kind of trapped. You know, you feel kind of trapped because you're with someone with poor character and you've been with them and you're trying to grow. You're trying to grow, but they're not trying to grow with you. And you know what? That's a tough space to be in. Listening to me, if you listen to me with an open mind, you're going to grow. You're going to have to grow because that's the way the mind works. The mind, when it hears something, it accepts it as fact. Unless you refute it, it accepts it as fact, and you start to move forward. You start to move towards it. You want to get what you just heard and accept it. So when you hear that there are men out there who don't go to clubs, who don't go to lounges, and who are absolutely happy. I mean, what is your husband talking about? You know what I mean? Like, put this on when he walking through the house. Like, what are you talking about? You not going to sit home and be bored and be miserable, so you going to the strip club. Man, come on, man. Get out of here, man. And you not cheating. You is cheating. Cheating is also lusting in your heart. And you know you ain't going to no meat market and not buying no meat. You know you not going to a restaurant to sit down and not eat. If you go to the club, you looking for a woman. If you go to the strip club, you looking for a woman. And it's a certain line of strippers who you don't have to take them home. You don't have to call them back. You could just shoot them an extra $20, $50 and get you some oral or get you some intercourse. So you know you cheating. So you need to stop lying for one. 2, you keep slipping around, you're going to end up slipping something in a woman and get you a gift that keep on giving. You know what I'm talking about. The herpes, the genital wars. Or it might be worse. It might be the HIV that will become AIDS. And so that's what you're going to get because the wages of sin is death. You can't keep playing around and not get played. So, my man, you got to tighten up. You got a wife. You got you a good woman. You got a child with your woman, 9-year-old, I think she said daughter. Don't even matter. Beautiful 9-year-old. I'm guessing that's a daughter since it's a beautiful 9-year-old. So what kind of example you setting for your child? You showing your child that they ought to be the type of man or be with a man that's going to be going out to the strip clubs and then coming home full of excuses. Like, come on, man. Come on now. You know you wrong. You know you wrong. You know this don't make no sense. You treating this woman like this. Like, listen to me. I have not been in no club for a decade, and I feel absolutely 100% fine. I am not bored in the least because I could go to Top Golf. I could go to iFly. I could go to the roller coaster park. The roller coaster park, we got Busch Garden, SeaWorld, Disney World. On a regular, just to get out the house, I go to Dave and Buster, play video game. take the kid to Chuck E. Cheese or Dave and Buster's. We go to what is called Center Bistro. You can go to Center Bistro where you get to sit there and you get to eat and you get to watch a movie. Man, like it's so much to do in your life. You don't want to be bored. Go to the racetrack and drive 100 miles an hour up track. It's so much to do. I play in a basketball league. Then I joined the soccer league. I played the flag football league. It's a lot to do. It is a lot. You don't want to be bored. Start you a podcast. Start your podcast and explain your excuses for leaving your wife for 3 years with 2 of your kids home so you could take your butt to the strip club. Explain that. See, I'm gonna tell you what you're doing. You following these grown boys. You following these comedians and these rappers who live this lifestyle. And so you think that's manhood. That's not manhood, man. You're a grown boy. And to the sister, I'm gonna tell you like this right here. You got to leave him. You got to leave him. When I say leave him, you gone indefinitely. You gone indefinitely. You gone indefinitely. You know. So it might be 2 weeks, but you got to pack up and you got to show him like, look, I'm not with this. I'm not with this. Like, you got to sacrifice. Like, he got to see you willing to live in a shelter for 2 weeks, or you willing to go live with your friend for 2 weeks, or you willing to go get you a hotel for 2 weeks, and he can't reach you, and you told him like, look, you go out one more time to one of these clubs. This is not manhood. This is not being a real man. If you saying that being home or us going out on a date or us doing something with our child, that is boring to you, then you shouldn't even marry me. You shouldn't even be married if that's the case. But you want to go out again. You're going to come back to an empty house. You're going to come back by yourself. And you just tell them just like that right there. If you talk proper, then talk proper. Talking proper lose the effect a little bit. You don't have to curse. You don't have to yell. But just tell them. Just tell them in your voice. You could talk proper. You know, if you sound like that. Hey, guess what? I would like to connect with you in a more personal way. Have you ever thought about having a life coach? Have you ever felt like you needed to be around like-minded people? Are you trying to grow and learn more and push yourself to the next level? If that is you, then my new group is for you. Now, in this group, I have over 10 courses online that you can go through at your own pace. You can log out and log in as many times as you like. Inside of the system, you can also send me personal messages that I will personally respond to. We also have monthly power calls. Depending on your level of membership, you have access to the live call where I will share an on-time message and open the line for Q&A. In those same membership levels, you have access to the private Facebook group where you can connect and build with like-minded people to support one another. You also receive 1 to 2 free tickets to the annual conference. So look, I created this for you to remove all excuses. You have no excuse now to remain the same. So visit GaskinsUniversity.com, GaskinsUniversity.com, and join the group. I look forward to working with you, and we will see you at the top. Talk to him, but just let him know. These games is not played. Man, look here. If I went to a strip club, I told my wife I'm going to the strip club. When I come back home, the room door gonna be locked. I can come in the house, I'm gonna be on that couch. When I tell you this woman would not speak to me, I'm gonna be so miserable because she would not speak to me. She would be in the same house and she would not say a word. And you know what she'll be doing? When I see her, she'll be on the computer applying for jobs because she don't have to work right now. You know, she what they call a homemaker, CEO of home. She take care, our 2 sons. She'll be on that computer looking for a job. The next thing I know, within the next couple of weeks, I will still be on a silent treatment, and I ought to try it. I ought to go tell her I'm going to the strip club just to see what she do, so I can report back to women how my wife handled this here situation, how she handled this here situation, so you could see how G do it. Cause I'm the man I am because of the woman she is. Cause she don't play the game. She don't play the radio. On the flip side of this to the other women. This to all the other women listening who you in a relationship, but you're not married. You are in a relationship, but you're not married. listen here, you got to have a timeline. From the time I read that y'all been married 3 years, but you've been together 12 years, that's when I knew you had your deadbeat. That's when I knew you had your deadbeat, because see, a man who really loves you, the man that's for you, the man who feels you are his wife, he don't take him 9 years to marry you. That is one mistake that people make, is y'all career date and then a man marry you out of exhaustion. He marry you when he's exhausted every other option and no other woman was going to be crazy enough to put up with his foolishness, so he married you. It's just that's all it is. He wanted to be a grown boy, and every other woman he dealt with, she was not about to put up with a grown boy, so he stayed with a woman who would put up with a grown boy. That's why 12 years in, he's still trying you like a baser. You know, a baser is a crackhead. He's trying you like a crackhead. He's trying you like you don't have any other options, like you have nothing else going for your life, like you have no standards, you have no self-respect, you have no self-esteem, and he's trying you like that because he done strip you of your self-respect and your self-esteem. And you listen to this, and you probably going to stay right where you at. You probably going to keep doing exactly what you've been doing for the last 12 years. 9 out of 10 times, women write me just to get it off their chest and don't do nothing about it. And that's what the man know you gonna do. He know you gonna keep talking about it, but not doing nothing about it. I do not have the luxury of having that kind of woman. My wife put up or shut up. I will see her back so fast. You hear me? So that made me, I wanted to be a good man, but that reinforced, that assured that I would be a good man because of the woman that she is. If you putting up with mess, that's all you gonna get is mess. That's all you're going to get is mess. But see, I wish we can talk about the ounce of prevention instead of the pound of cure, because I can't even give you a pound of cure, because this is not going to cure you. Like the answer, nobody wants divorce. Nobody want to be a single mom. I mean, kid got to see the dads on the weekend. You're like, nobody wants that. But at the same time, you can't settle for living a miserable life, being disrespected and being treated like a floor mat. So it's like, you got to stand up for yourself. Can the man change? Only with Jesus Christ, unless there's another, force out there that's just as strong. I haven't met one, haven't really heard of one. But for me, with Jesus Christ, can he change for you? Nope, can't change for you, because he don't really love you. He's not in love with you. He has love for you. He's not in love with you. That's why he's doing you like this. And he need to know that the gig is up. That he found out that it's out there what you're doing. He got to realize that. He got to realize that. You got to realize that. And you got to create some distance. My wife left me in marriage for 3 days. But see, that 3 days for me felt like 30 years, because she did not answer a single text message, a single phone call. So when she left for 3 days, the reason why I changed, because I felt like it was for good. She didn't say, I'm taking a break and I'll be back in 3 days, because I would have just shut my heart off and not worried about it and just waited on her to come back, and I would have never changed. When she said she was gone, that she was leaving, I thought she was gone for good. So I went through every range of emotion. See, the other mistake women make is you tell a man you leaving, you tell a man we need a break. How long the break gonna be? I need 2 weeks, or I need a month. He just shut his heart off and stopped caring. But if you just up and abruptly leave and he don't know, he has no clue like what is coming tomorrow, like what this situation is, that's the only thing that's gonna shock him enough to make him change. And when you come back, if he goes back to being the man that he was, you got to leave that time, and you got to know he doesn't respect you, and you got to be gone for good. You got to be gone for good. My wife had to leave me one time in marriage. She never had to leave me again. She never had to leave me again because of something I did. Never had to leave me again. Because I know, with the way she did it, I know the next time I can't take this risk. I can't take this gamble. If I want to be in my child life and I want to have me a good woman like this, I cannot take the gamble of trying to disrespect her or dog her out and think she's going to leave for 3 days again and then come back. I can't do it. So ever since then, that was like 2 months into our marriage. So she sent the message early. She ain't put up with it for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and then say, nah, I'm going to send a message. No, she sent the message early. So it's like, if you missed that point, you done missed that point. You got to do it now. You got to do it now. You got to tell him what you're going to do. Let him know that you're going to be gone if he keep doing what he's doing. Keep going out, keep disrespecting you like he disrespecting you, that you're going to be gone. Let him test you. He going to go out, come back, you need to be in a hotel. You need to be gone. Where you at? Don't hear from you. don't hear from you, you know, or you tell them back, I'm gone, we safe, bye. And then just let them blow your phone up for a week, 2 weeks. You might be crying all day, every day. You might be going through it. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do to let the man know that you are not to be played with. You ain't got to get loud. My wife had never yelled at me. She never cursed at me, never had to call no police on me. None of that. She just showed me. She showed me her back. She showed me her back when I act a fool. That's point blank period. So listen to me. Understand me. Stand up for yourself, sister. Stand up for yourself. Love yourself. Don't put up with this because you've been putting up for 12 years. You're going to be putting up with it for another 25. So you got to nip this in the bud, and you got to, take care of it now. Hey, this Tony Gaskin. Thank you so much for submitting the question. Now, y'all you got to have your thick skin on when you write me now. You got to have your big boy, your big girl draws on now, because when you write me, I got to give it to you blood raw. I cannot cut corners. I can't cut corners on you. Can't pull punches with you. I got to keep it all the way 100 real. Got to, because I'm all you got. Because everybody else out here lying to you. They lying to you. You listen to these relationship coaches giving you half the game, half the truth, because they still playing it. No, I got to give it all the way to you. I got to give it all the way to you. Hey, God bless you. If you have a question for me, send it in to inbox@TonyGaskins.com. Inbox@TonyGaskins.com. We will talk soon.